Hey everybody, Akinia here, and guess where I went? C2E2. That happens right here in Chicago, Illinois, and it's the biggest one that we have in this state. I feel that this year the theme was kind of on the nostalgic retro 90s feel. They had entertainment guests from Animaniacs, they had someone from Rugrats, Pinky and the Brain. They had David Tennant, Matt Smith, John Barrowman, the Pink Ranger, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I usually get the Pro 3-day badge. This is what it looks like right here. This one has Verve on it. Each badge has a different photo on them, and I really liked the regular 3-day badge. It was really pink and adorable, and I kind of wish I had one, but this one's kind of cute too. The booklet this year has DC on the cover, celebrating Batman. Look at that. Has Spider-Man on it. When I was going for the events, a lot of them ended up filling up pretty fast, so this was a very popular year for C2E2. The really big ones we wanted to go to were like the Doctor Who panels, there were some cosplay panels, a few library panels I thought about going to, but we ended up going to a Lion Forge panel on Friday, which was a bit of an accident because I was actually looking at the schedule for last year. I realized that it was very wrong, and what I thought was the Funimation panel was not the Funimation panel. After reviewing the new schedule, we tried to get into the John Barrowman panel Saturday, and within 30 minutes to like an hour before it started, it was full. That didn't happen. The only other panel we were able to attend was the David Tennant panel for Doctor Who, so that was pretty cool. That was first thing Sunday morning. We barely made it in there. We went straight to the line as soon as we got into the convention. Yeah, it was quite a wait. It was worth it. He's a really cool guy. Usually when I go, we end up shopping a lot, staying in the dealer's room a lot. We didn't really get to see Artist Alley. We kind of just passed through. We did get some really good finds. I'm going to show you some of the things we got. I'm going to start with some of the books, since you get a lot of comics and graphic novels and even manga. Lately there's been a lot more anime, manga, and different things like that popping up. They even had a whole otaku center this year. So the first couple manga I bought were Legend of Zelda, the first Twilight Princess, and the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Part 1. So I'm going to be collecting these. I ended up getting them for, they were $3 each or 2 for $5. So I got those. Half price books were there. They gave out a lot of coupons. I bought a few books from there. I'm really into steampunk, so I got a novel that I hope to read one day. So that was only $7. It was full price online when I looked it up. I also collect the Atlas series. It's a manga. This is a part of their Joker series. There's a lot of books in this series, but the art is really gorgeous. So I'm trying to collect as many of those as I can find. Lately they've been running pretty cheap. I got this one for about $3. And then the other book series I bought was the Maru Puri series. This is a pretty old romance series. I mean, I probably was in maybe even high school reading this. So I have the first 3 books, and now I'm just missing the one, and these were also $3 each, so I spent about $20 at half price books. I bought a Game of Thrones journal. This was also half off at the Torpedo Comics booth, so it was $18.95. Actually, I think I ended up getting it a little cheaper because it was 60% off, so I paid more like $9 for it. And the biggest book find was The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia, which I haven't even taken out of the plastic yet. Kind of excited about that. Let's see. I have been a huge Legend of Zelda fan for eons. And super pretty. Super excited about this find. I wanted to get it last year and I made the mistake of leaving the booth and tried to come back and get it, and they were all sold out. This year they had double the number, so I definitely made sure to buy this right away. The book is $35, so I think I ended up paying like $15 for it. So my husband bought me Kingdom Hearts glass. I am a huge Kingdom Hearts fan also. To go along with Kingdom Hearts, I bought a t-shirt. This is pretty cool. At the booth, they had keychains that were $8 each. I ended up getting a free one from a friend. I got a couple Legend of Zelda ones. One part of the dusty box. This was a very old one, and they were really trying to get rid of the keychains, so that's why they were priced so low. I got for one of my friends a Groot, a pretty rare Groot. This is one of the few that she's missing. It's him playing the video game. This was $15, which was a deal since the guy was selling it for $20. But because I went half with a friend and got two pop figures, he ended up giving it to us 2 for $30. Me and my husband also bought masks. They were very popular this year. Just about everyone had one on, and I've seen them around for a while, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind having one. And I planned to buy one off of eBay at one point, and I just never got around to it. So we ended up getting a deal on 2, so they were $8, and he said I'll do 2 for $14. So here's my kawaii little face one that I had on. And my husband got a black pink one. I thought of getting the BTS one, but I'm like, I really wanted the one mouth that I got because I've seen it around, and I'm like, well, that comes first. So if I would have been able to, I would have gotten the BTS one also, but it wasn't priority. There was a booth there that sold corsets, but they also sold crowns. So it almost looks like a Glinda the Witch crown on a headband. I really wanted a gold one, but once again, I waited and didn't get back to the booth in time. And when I did, this was the only one left, so I was pretty sad. But she said, it's the last one. If you buy it, I will give it to you for $15 because they were normally $20. And I'm like, okay, I can work with that. So I went on and bought it. She does sell them online, so I'll probably end up buying one online, getting the gold one, so I'll have both. So that'll be cool because I want to do a Queen of Hearts cosplay, so that should be fun. Another booth we went to, there was an artist there selling her merch. If you spent $50 or more, you got this bag. Pretty big tote bag, super cute. And we ended up buying 2 shirts. I've always wanted a cute kawaii shirt, but they've always been so expensive. But you know, you go to conventions and you kind of spend more than you normally would. So this is the one my husband picked out. They just call her Horns. And it's got the same image on the back. This is a 3X. Mine she's so cute. And of course he's drinking a unicorn Starbucks drink, which I tried and unfortunately did not like Thank goodness it was only around for a little bit. It was just too sour for me, and I got mine in an XL. So this is just everything for me. It's like everything I love. The coffee, the unicorn, the cute girl. Both of those ended up costing us $40 each. She gave us for free a few stickers. Yeah. And she also had little kittens. I ended up actually getting 2 of the stickers. Little card. This year I also bought mystery boxes. They sell them every year. And every year I look at them and they're so expensive and I'm like, But this year I gave in and I bought a panty and stocking mystery box. Ended up paying $40 because I got it at the very last minute before the doors all shut down on Sunday. It was between this one and a Black Butler box, which I'm crazy into, but I don't have anything from Panty and Stocking, and I would love to have whatever items from there, so I ended up going with this. The boxes were normally $50. I was trying to get a deal, so it's funny that the guy ended up just like, oh, by the way, I'll just give it to you for $40 since it's this last 10 minutes left till the con deal. I'm like, yay. Saving money, always great. And I shall have no problem wearing this. Oh, a pocket mirror. I didn't need another pocket mirror, trust me. I already have an Alice in Wonderland I barely use. An Alice in Wonderland one I barely use. Yes. But it's pretty cool. It has all the characters on it. Okay. So yeah, all of these are by Buckle Down. So clean. Alright. Ooh. Keychain. I got Stocking's cat. Oh, it's so soft. It's so soft. It's squishy. And it's the type of squishy that slowly reforms. They also drew his back on, so that's pretty funny. Oh man, this is gonna get messed up so fast, it's not even funny. Hey Berkeley, you came to join the fun? No, you can't have it. It's mine. Then, oh, last item. A lanyard. I should have got a different box. I mean, it's okay. Was it worth $40? It's probably worth exactly $40. It definitely isn't worth over $40. Oh. This has a stretch. Ooh. Interesting. There's the lanyard. So instead of that, oh, ooh, ooh, there we go. Ooh. Here we go. So the lanyard actually matches the belt. So, yeah. That's it. Empty. It was a little disappointing. I mean, what do I expect for 40? I'm even happier that I didn't pay 50. Because I've been like, that's not worth 50. The guy did admit that it was very difficult for him to find items for the series, which I mean, I haven't seen much, and if I have, it's been pretty darn expensive, like 50 plus, no problem, for like the smallest thing. So, I mean, overall, it was a okay purchase. Would I prefer to spend less? Of course. Like, got, you know, 2 for the price of 1. That would just been too good, of course, but if I would have one less, they would have had to take back, you know, help lighten their load. I would have helped lighten their load a little. The other thing that I purchased was a Kingdom Hearts Keyblade Actually, I believe it's a necklace. You know, it really pays to look at the box. I didn't. Now this Kingdom Hearts crazy, and I'm like, I'll be happy with whatever's in it. I mean, I don't know if that would be the case, because I'm looking at the options on the back, and there are 6. So here they are. Options. So there's only one on here that I'm really like would not really care for, and then there's another one that's like a little ranked a little higher, and everything else I'm just like, yeah, cool, that's fine. So let's hope I get one of my top 4. What is it? Of course, my luck. It's the one that I wanted the least. Of course, because I shouldn't have even looked at the box. I would have just opened it. Got the crab claw key. It's actually, is it a necklace? Nope, it's a keychain. It is a keychain. That's what I thought. I was unfortunately right. So here's that. I'm so sad. Oh man, what a fail. Why, Kingdom Hearts? Why have you failed me? Oh well. Okay. My husband is huge into figures. He bought 2. The other one is already on display because he couldn't wait to put it up. The other one has been opened, but I have it with me. So the one that I do have is Kiss Shot from the Monogatari series, dressed as Homura from the Madoka Magical series. And so here she is. Stop squinting. The bottom, so it's flat. It sits down. Here's the box. You paid $35. Sorry, no. Bam. Bam. On the back of the box, which is cool that they let you know. There's also another color option that you could have gotten. Overall, the experience was an experience. It was, oh my gosh, Saturday was so tight in the dealer's room. It's not even funny. It was like strollers, people not watching where the children are, or the strollers. Of course, there's always people taking pictures. I took pictures. I'll show some of the pictures. show what I wore that day. I had 3 different outfits. On Friday, I wore Renaissance style look. Then on Saturday, I was like, I'm gonna be super cute. And normally, when I want to be super cute and kawaii, I usually dress in Lolita, which is a super cute dolly style of dressing with poofy dresses, looking like a baby doll. Love it. But this time I wanted to do something different, so I wore my unicorn onesie. So yes, I was a unicorn for the day. And I wore my Lolita hair with it. Usually there's pigtails on the side of it, and instead of wearing the pigtails, I just had the one regular curly hair and wore the hood. And actually someone asked to take a picture of me. Actually 2 people asked to take pictures of me, so that was pretty cool because usually, unless I'm in an actual cosplay, you know, usually people don't ask. So they were just like, oh, you're so cute, can I get a picture? I'm like, of course. So that was cool. And then on the 3rd day, I did a kind of sort of very quick put together cosplay of Prudence from the Sabrina series, the new one. And you all, if you've seen it, you know Prudence is a prude. That's the best way to put it. I also bought ears, which you can see in the pictures. I own a set of elf ears that are shorter, about like yay big, and these were the huge ones. I really cannot locate the smaller ones. I feel really bad about it, but with me moving and things are just still in disarray in the boxes and just kind of good luck finding things. So I bought the other ones so that if something comes up where I want to dress as an elf or something in that along those lines, or just do a really cute outfit with the elf ears, I have something. I already owned the glue. I haven't even opened the glue, which they attach to the edges and put on your ears. They do have a solution to help get the glue off. But when I wore them, I ended up wearing them out. So I bought them Sunday. That was the first purchase Sunday. And I wore them out of the convention that day. But at the very, very end of the convention, this was the best part of the convention, in my opinion, for me. I saw the rest of the sisters, the weird sisters, for Sabrina and Sabrina. I was like, oh my gosh. My friends were like, oh my gosh, the sisters are here and they're like missing a Prudence. And I'm like, what? This is awesome. So I met up with them. We took a lot of pictures. We posed. People took our picture. It was so cool. I just can't believe that I was like the missing link. Like they literally were just missing a Prudence. And I believe they all came together. And I'm pretty certain they didn't expect to see a Prudence, considering this was like at the very, very end. Like they were kicking us out of the dealer's room, getting ready to close, shutting everything down. People were packing up and they were like, there. Like this was meant to be. So that was awesome. I kind of had a really good time. Extremely tired because usually I take the train, the metro. It is the easiest way to go. It ends up being a little more expensive, I think, than driving, especially if there's multiple people in your party. So if it's more than just you, then yes, it's gonna be more pricey. I'm at least 40 minutes away from where the convention took place, which was the McCormick Center. So yeah, it's a little bit on the tight. Oh, the other thing that I did not enjoy was that the badges, they got to us very late. I was expecting to receive my badge maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They said around the end of February, and at the latest, the beginning of March, we should be getting our badges. And I had mine mailed. I had several badges ordered for people. It was pretty scary waiting for them because I wasn't sure I was going to get them in time. Literally, like, I started receiving them the week before, and like at the very end of the week, and then during the week they were coming through. So I'm like, this is crazy. My friend got his, I think, the week of, and I'm like, no, this is crazy. It took forever to get them, and I really thought that I was gonna have to go stand in line and wait to try to get it there, which would have sucked. So I'm so glad that they came on time. The other addition to that was you had to register them. And I'm like, why? Why do I have to register them? As you can see from my previous viewing of the badge, there's no names on them. So I don't see what the big deal is. I paid my money. Why do I have to worry about registering it? So that was a pain, and they ask you all these extra questions. And then you put in your email, and then they email you, oh, here are our suggestions of panels for based off what you said and for whatever days. And I'm like, I don't want this. Delete. They wanted you to also verify the email. I'm like, this is doing too much. I don't need all this. You're making this very difficult. And the thing that made it worse was that some people registered the badge for me, and then I had to go and get the name changed. So if my friend put it in their name and then I get it and I'm trying to go, it has to be in my name. Also, I forgot one thing. I got a comic for free. Y'all may have heard that BTS song, Mic Drop, with Steve Aoki. Someone put him in a comic book. They put it in plastic for me, and I had it signed by the author. So it's called Neon Future. You don't know this is a video. Hopefully they see this. It's actually very cool looking. Kind of this futuristic. Looks like it takes place in like China or something. And actually I see on here, which is pretty cool that they were giving these out for free. Pretty cool. I do read graphic novels, so I'm the kind of person that will wait for this to come out in a big serialized form and read it that way, because either do I want to pay for all the individual comics. Artwork is pretty nice. But yeah, so that was a pretty cool freebie. There were a lot of other freebies. This year they actually had 3 different lanyards they gave out. The Dark Horse lanyard, which they've given out before. There is a Funimation lanyard that they gave out. So, just thinner. And then the other one was a Final Fantasy lanyard, which unfortunately I don't have on me right now. It was the cutest though. It had a chocobo on it and everything. And what you doing, Berkeley? Oh, I just realized it came with a card that gives me the free digital copy of the comic too. Yay! That's awesome. Let's put this all away. Keep it in this plastic shell. Did you come to say hello? You came to say hello. So rude. Come here, honey. Come here. You want to jump in my lap? Yeah, that's okay. Say hello. He's so scruffy. Hey! So, but yeah, once again, good times at the convention. Can't wait for next year. So, can't wait to see what they do. Who's gonna be there? How crazy it's gonna be. If you haven't gone or don't know yet about it, hopefully now you know. And now you're excited to go. It was a lot of fun. So, it's always a lot of fun. It's a day away from home, a day away from work. Well, 3 days. Come on, Berk. What are you doing, honey? What are you doing? You're doing too much. That's what you're doing. Too much. But yeah, I think I bought more books than anything. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell, be notified when I post something new. Hope you come back soon. Bye bye.